Hey everyone, Evan Kirstel here with a great guest, Ben Lilienthal of ScreenMeet. Ben, how are you?
Good. How are you, Evan? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm a big fan of you and your work. You're a multi-time entrepreneur, founder, and your latest venture is ScreenMeet is really shaking up the world of remote support and online support. And I'd love to chat about the business.
Sure, sure. Thank
So
you
tell
so
us,
much.
thank you. And you have a young baby. Congratulations. Uh, we may hear some crying in the background, so if that happens, we'll excuse you, and I'll just ad lib here or something. But tell us about your journey with ScreenMeet. You've been at it for what, 7 or 8 years, and you're getting some real traction in the marketplace. Congratulations on that too.
Yeah, thanks. And yes, Simon may be making a cameo here since he's waking up early from his unscheduled nap. But yeah, ScreenMeet is the next generation remote support and collaboration platform for the contact center and the IT help desk. If you think of TeamViewer, LogMeIn, BombGar, legacy collaboration applications, we reinvented the model in the cloud. And turns out cloud-based software beats desktop software every single time. We happen to find a nice niche category, and we are the disruptor, right? We were the startup, and now we're really the disruptor. And so it takes a long time to get there, but we're there, and we're 1% penetrated in a multi-billion-dollar market. So it's
Well,
pretty
that
exciting.
is a fantastic place to be. Tell us about the landscape, though, because I thought screen sharing was a problem solved long ago, but obviously you have taken a new tact.
Yeah, well, it's like anything, it's like a coral reef. When you get up close, it gets a lot more complicated, right? So yes, there's Zoom, there's WebEx, but if you kind of drill down into these use cases for sales, service, and support, that turns out to be a quarter to half of the $60 billion meeting market. And why are you using a Swiss Army knife when you can use a scalpel for your contact center, right? What I don't want to do a Zoom with you in the contact center. I want to just do a screen share, or I just want to do a video call, or I just want to see what the problem is on the website. And so the ScreenMeet platform has a suite of applications based on whatever that use case is. And then if you dive in further, it's actually delineated by verticals. So the collaboration use case in the contact center for high tech companies is very different than the collaboration use case in the contact center for financial services companies. And then
Got it.
within financial services, you have consumer banking, commercial banking, wealth management, insurance. So it turns out it's a fairly nuanced market, and each kind of segment of the market is billions of dollars. So we're having a great time. It's
That is that is a fantastic opportunity, and I imagine turbocharged through the pandemic. What has been your experience as people have required remote support while remote working, as well as screen sharing and
yeah,
co-browsing and all these new functionalities?
yeah. So again, look, the two pieces to the business: there's the contact center, and there's the IT help desk. Both of them were turbocharged. It took us about a week to say, oh, is this going to be good for us or bad for us? Oh, it's going to be great for us.
Mm,
That was probably the only silver lining, right? Oh, it'd be good for the business. It's terrible for the world and terrible for, everything else. In the contact center, consumers fast forwarded 10 years,
mm.
right, in 18 months. Oh, I can do everything online. Of course I can. Now make it seamless, simple, and easy. That's where ScreenMeet comes in the contact center. Hey, I want to do online banking. Oh, H&R Block is our customer. Perhaps you saw their Super Bowl ad that featured our software. I want to file my taxes online. Oh, and I want to see the tax pro, and I want him to be able to show me what to type or maybe even take over, right? Seems obvious and a no-brainer. That was like a revolutionary thing that we implemented for them in 100 days, right, during the pandemic.
Amazing.
So lots of tons of use cases in the contact center across all sorts of industries. In the IT help desk, it's a much more horizontal play. Hey, I've got people working everywhere now, on the VPN, off the VPN, on their BYOD, whatever. I need a simple, easy way to troubleshoot. Oh, and then the kind of the key thing that we didn't talk about is, and it needs to be integrated into my platform, my system of record. So in the contact center, that system of record is generally something like Salesforce or Genesys. And in the IT help desk, for where we sell, which is large enterprise, Global 2000, it's ServiceNow. And so our software is deeply, deeply embedded within those platforms, available on their the ServiceNow store, the Salesforce App Exchange. But lots of companies have products in these marketplaces. ScreenMeet is unique in both Salesforce as a customer for their contact center and their IT help desk, and ServiceNow as a customer for their IT help desk and their contact center. So think about that. Two of the largest software companies in the world are using ScreenMeet, even though they're the largest vendor of the platform. Clearly we are a key component of that full solution, right? And
Fantastic.
all that happened during the pandemic because they got the memo, right? We got to move everything to the cloud, and we want it in platform. And then the final sort of punchline to that story is both Salesforce and ServiceNow invested in ScreenMeet as part of our Series B financing last August.
Wow, that's tremendous. You couldn't ask for better partners and collaborators. And so, how does that work with your go-to-market? I imagine you do co-selling, co-marketing. You're at Salesforce, Dreamforce kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll have a booth at Dreamforce. If anybody's going to be there, come see us. But we're sort of hey, we need screen sharing with our Service Cloud. Who do we call? Oh, talk to ScreenMeet. They're our trusted partner. Hey, we need to modernize our remote support in the IT help desk. Who do you recommend? Oh, ScreenMeet is our trusted partner. And what's so exciting as somebody who's been been an entrepreneur since I got fired from my first job out of college 25 years ago is, this digital transformation is going to take a decade, and ScreenMeet is positioned to win the cloud market for remote support and collaboration in the contact center, because
Fantastic.
we are the strategic partner for the two largest platforms in the world. And, I sort of say to my co-founder and CTO, it's ours to mess up, right? It's ours to mess up. We happened to find a cloud category that nobody was in. It took us 5 years to build the platform, and now we're executing it. So
that's fantastic. Tell us
yeah,
about the journey of building the product, building the software over 7 or 8 years. You mentioned ease of use was one of the key drivers for you. The enterprise is full of terrible software that's hard to use. So how did you build something simple and easy to use with a good user experience? And is that a big differentiator for you? Because I don't know how to share my screen. I don't think I could actually do it if I tried. So what's the driver?
Yeah, I mean, part of that is finding a brilliant 10x Silicon Valley CTO in Eugene Abofsky, who just lives and breathes this stuff and can build the entire stack. Part of it is you build it in the cloud, so it's all web-based, so you can't overcomplicate things. And part of it is sort of our mantra is, does it pass the mom test, right? Can my mom use it? And so we in our world, less is more, but it's incredibly powerful once you get underneath the covers, right? But everything's built as a Docker instance. It runs in 14 AWS data centers. It's horizontally and vertically scalable, blah, all that kind of stuff. And through the architecture, we don't hold any data. We put it back into the platforms. So we're able to sell to these large enterprises because they've already made their bet on Salesforce. They've already made their bet on ServiceNow. And we don't create any additional sort of data liability or data exposure because we just put everything back into the platform. So that architectural choice is a huge benefit for us. Hey, Evan, I gotta give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I've got a guest I'm bringing on here.
Okay, great. Heather, I'm going to add Heather. Heather, you're an unscheduled guest here as Ben goes to, I think, get his son,
Yes.
who just woke up. Nothing like being a dad at when you have a baby. I have two older children now, and it was like, wow, those are memories. But you're on the marketing side of ScreenMeet, and you're on this rocket ship. What's that been like as you've seen, your growth just, skyrocket over the last couple of years?
Yeah, well, it's really been quite incredible. We're really fortunate to be in the market at this time, and we have so many great customers, so many incredible proof points, especially because our main target are the enterprise companies such as Salesforce, ServiceNow, those size of companies, and so we just it's just really been an incredible experience. And now that the world's been opening up a little bit more this spring, this fall, we're going to more live events. So finally seeing people face to face. Oh, hi there.
Oh, speaking of seeing people, what a cutie.
Thank you. Yes,
And I'm
he
not
is.
talking about you, Ben.
I know. Well, so this is our newest employee. He's been doing a lot of QA. So, yeah.
Which is harder, do you think, starting a family or starting a startup? How would you compare and contrast them?
Oh, starting a family.
Okay.
Yeah, the metrics for running a startup are much more straightforward.
Well, he's adorable. What's his name?
Simon. So Simon's just over
lovely.
4 months old, and has not yet been on a video call. So this will be a first.
Well, this is going to create memories for sure. I'm sure he'll see this and look aghast when he's 18 or something. And he was on a live.
We'll play this at his wedding.
Well, this was fun. I really enjoy working with you guys. Congrats on all the success. Folks can see you at Salesforce, Dreamforce, and all the big events out there. And thanks so much for sharing your bit of your vision. Follow ScreenMeet on Twitter and LinkedIn, all the channels.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing I would say that's been so interesting is coming out of the pandemic, our business is actually accelerated. Right.
Wow. Okay. So it's not leveled off like we've seen from some of the big giants, Zooms out there of the world.
Well, because I think what happened is everyone rushed to get sort of online, and now they're trying to get the right. They needed a solution, and now they need the right solution. And so they sort of realized, hey, we have something, but it doesn't quite serve our purposes. Perhaps there is something custom built for our use case. And that is the ScreenMeet opportunity is, look, the meeting market, it's a $60 billion market. But if we just pick off a couple of industry use cases every year, we'll add billions of dollars to the TAM that our solutions address. And so we could spend an entire career just selling collaboration into insurance companies and build $1 billion business and build $1 billion business, right? So it's really kind of, it's sort of like we want to tell people, but we don't want to tell too many people.
Well, you're telling a lot of people now, so I think that Cat.
Yeah, but we also have an 8-year head start, right? We have an 8-year head start, and we've got literally the largest hardware, Dell, right? Salesforce, Service, the largest companies in the world are our customers because the benefits of this kind of purpose-built for the use case solution, the ROI is, the ROI pays itself back in months. You spend 6 figures on our software, you get 7 figures back in OpEx savings.
Fantastic value prop. Yeah, that's unstoppable. I guess final question, what's it like competing with giants too? Because you have, many players who've been at this for a long time. Their marketing budgets are probably 10x yours. What's it like to be the scrappy disruptor?
I mean, that's all we do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, what's more fun than, being a 50-person software company beating out Zoom, Microsoft, TeamViewer, LogMeIn. I mean, replacing them. 10-year relationships. We come in and we're the new guy, right? We're the shiny new toy, and people love us because after 10 years, there hasn't been innovation. There's a lot of private equity in this collaboration business because it's a great cash flow business. So what happens when the private equity guys come in? They raise prices and they cut R&D. So the products are legacy. They're desktop based. You get blue screens at debt, blah, 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 right? So we come in, we say, look, we can turn it on in 2 weeks. You can move everybody over, and that server you're running in that data center, throw it out, right? And you won't skip a beat. So it's, I think it's just we're the refreshing new entrant. So
that you are.
Yeah.
And speaking of new entrants, really enjoyed seeing Simon. He's a great sidekick. You should really do all of your meetings with him. It's like way better than like a puppy or a cat.
Yeah, well, I brought him in to close a couple deals already.
How could you not? Just look at that face. He needs a new pair of shoes, right? So yeah, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, baby needs formula. Yeah.
All right. Take care, sir, and onwards and upwards with ScreenMeet.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.